Alright, what's poppin', guys? Let's make some bread. Take a pot and add 1½ cups of milk into it. Add 2¼ tablespoons of active dry yeast. Finish up with 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then throw it onto the stove at low for the yeast to activate. This process will keep yeast in an optimum temperature for it to activate. So first we're going to add 3 cups of all-purpose flour into an aluminum mixing bowl. Then we can add 1½ cups of bread flour and then about 2 tablespoons of salt. Afterwards, whisk to combine and make sure to leave a hole in the center. Okay, now we're going to whisk 2 eggs, a knob or 2 of butter. Then we can take our yeast solution, which should be bubbling, and add it back into a bowl to be mixed. Then throw in everything else plus a 1/3 cup of sugar. Then we're just going to take our yeast solution and mix it together in thirds with our flour. At this point, you're just going to be mixing it together for the next 5 to 10 minutes. This step is completely optional, but if you want your bread completely pillowy, you can take it and add it onto a lightly floured surface and just start kneading it for the next 5 to 10 minutes. When it's ready, just place it in a lightly oiled bowl and leave it in room temperature. Then let the yeast do its thing. So if you're wondering what the purpose of yeast is, then pay attention. So yeast actually doesn't breathe oxygen. Instead, it gets its energy from breaking down sugar. Yeast goes through a process known as glycolysis, where it takes in sugar and breaks it down into energy and releases ethanol and CO2. So the ethanol is used to kill off competing bacteria, and in baking, CO2 is used to make bread rise. At this point, your dough should have doubled in size. Now you can just cut it up and place it on a non-stick baking tray. Now just toss it into an oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. 20 to 25 minutes later and you should get your bread. As you can see, the bread is really soft and fluffy thanks to the yeast. If you're wondering what bread would look like without yeast, then
Bruh.
Yeah, I kinda baked a rock. Alright, see you guys, thanks for watching.